Gary Stackhouse, and tonight I'm looking for your support to become the NDP candidate for St. John Harbour. A little bit about myself. I was born at the St. John General Hospital. I grew up in the Mount Pleasant area. I graduated from St. John High in 1980. I've been a soccer and basketball coach to many of your children. I've owned homes in Portland Place and the Lower West Side. I've worked as a broadcaster uptown nearly all my life. Now, I will say I did move away to Southern Ontario for a couple of years, but like a good Maritimer, I smartened up and moved back. I've hosted and helped plan numerous charitable events. I've even lived in a tractor trailer every year at Christmas to fill it with food for Romero House. In short, this riding is my home. For the past number of years, I've seen huge issues develop here. In my hometown, in my home province, our system has become ungainly and unfair. Massive amounts of money are being spent on subsidizing huge corporations with very few real results to show for it. We continue to be dissatisfied with the way that the province is governed, but we keep flopping back and forth between two governing parties that essentially have the same policies and principles, and nothing ever gets fixed. That is why I'm standing here today. I'm not running for this nomination to get a job, and I'm certainly not running for this nomination to make a point. I'm running because although one fight may be over for me, there's a bigger fight yet to be won. Now, as Jay said, I've spent the last 3 years fighting for fairness and respect for myself and my 6 colleagues in maritime broadcasting, 2 of those years on strike. During that struggle, I've had to stand up to one of the most stubborn, spoiled, billionaire schoolyard bully owners in the country. And yes, at times, I've had to stand up to my own union when I felt that the direction they wanted to take us in was wrong. As a part of the National Executive Committee of the Canadian Media Guild, I've had some knock-down, drag-em-out fights over strategy and principle. So please, whatever you may have been told, don't ever mistake me for someone's yes man. On the other hand, there are times and places to address concerns. And at the end of the day, as a union, just as we do as a political party, we had to come out the other side presenting a unified front, working as a team toward a common goal of improving the lives of the people that we represent. Now, as Chris pointed out, I believe that we're now in a very exciting time as a party. A moment when people who may not have considered our party to be an option are taking another look at the NDP. And I believe it's because we're presenting a real and viable alternative, a working plan that makes sense to average New Brunswickers. A plan to eliminate corporate welfare and reinvest in the real engines of the economy, small business and entrepreneurship. A plan to create jobs through an innovative new job tax credit that rewards people for creating jobs instead of financing rich people's empty promises. A plan to raise literacy levels from 56 to 90% in 4 years, in part by introducing a province-wide early childhood education program to ensure the future success of our children. A plan to encourage natural resource development, but only if it's proven to be environmentally safe and profitable for this province. And that, my friends, is something the proponents of fracking have not yet done. A plan to reduce government waste by reducing the number of cabinet ministers from 17 to 10, while still guaranteeing that no frontline government employees will be affected. We need better government, not bigger government. Now, this is a common sense plan. It's a plan to bring our fiscal health in order and to ensure that we can afford to provide for those who are vulnerable in our society. A plan to grow this province while making sure that no one is left behind. And it's a plan that's been attracting the attention of longtime members of other parties who are as fed up as you and I of this liberal Tory paradigm of promising real change but continuing to just take care of their rich friends on the backs of average New Brunswickers. Now, in order to bring this plan forward, we need to elect a team on September 22nd that can work together, along with our leader, Dominic Carty, toward these goals, whether it be from the government side or the opposition. And I want to be a part of that team. St. John Harbour needs a strong voice, needs a fighter, someone who will stand up and be heard on the issues that matter most to the people who live here, our friends, our neighbors. We haven't had that strong voice in this riding for a decade. I can be that strong voice. Select me as your candidate tonight, and I will not just come close to winning. With your help, I will win this election, and once again, New Brunswick's electoral map will show St. John Harbour in proud, bright orange. Thank you.
I had 9 minutes, so unlike a politician, actually under time. So,
Come back if you'd like.